Yeah, hello everybody, welcome back to Thiege's StarCraft YouTube. Pretty much what I do here is I play StarCraft, or I watch, which is what we're doing now. We're watching StarCraft. Hey guys, do you remember this name? This is Habitat. We're gonna see him lose to my other friend Anthony Breath as Protoss. If you guys saw Game 1 and Game 2, not a Game 3, between me and Habitat the Zerg, you would have known that Habitat beat me quite handily. I was informed later by Breath, who was watching, that Game 2 wasn't over. Habitat wasn't mining all that efficiently, and I had plenty of units that I could have taken out the remainder of his army with, and he didn't have, well, it's not that he wasn't mining as efficiently, it's that he didn't have enough minerals to build up a force in order to really, take the game. So I left the game on pretty much an equal footing, but I just didn't think that I had the macro. My third base still had a little bit of creep on it. My fourth base I actually could have taken, but I didn't have any minerals to do so. I just squandered the rest of my reserves on guys, so I didn't really feel all that confident about continuing that game, and hopefully my roommate isn't going to return in the middle of these games to, kind of interrupt. But I don't think so. I think that my roommate is pretty far away now. So Habitat here going down with his spawning pool at... I'm sorry, I have to pick my nose. I know, it's gross. I pluck my nose hairs a little bit too. You didn't have to know that, but I do. Anyway, what's different between this and my Pipcast, if you guys pay attention to my other channel, www.youtube.com/Thiege, I've been doing Pipcasts where I've been getting, pretty well intoxicated and playing video games. The first 20 minutes of a new video game every day, just about. I probably won't have another game up later today, but that's pretty much what I've been doing, so go ahead and pay attention to me at youtube.com/Thiege, my primary YouTube channel. This is actually my secondary. I know StarCraft is so important, but it's still my secondary YouTube channel. So Pipcasts are my new thing. Picture-in-picture broadcasts. And Habitat now with the 18 hatch. I guess it was probably a 16 hatch, or it was probably a 15 or a 16 hatch. I just wasn't paying attention at the time. And Anthony getting down his forge for a fast expand with a nice little nexus here. Let's take a look at the supply tabs for our two players here. 20 out of 18 for Habitat. He is currently a supply block. 20 to 19, pretty much, they are on equal footing for right now, which means I guess these guys are both platinum. Habitat does not seem so enthusiastic about playing Breath, though. But Breath is now bringing his probe all the way into the Zerg base to see if he can find a Baneling Nest or a Roach Warren, any of those two techs. But Habitat doesn't have any of those techs down, nor does he have any plans to build anything, I guess. And his natural just now finishing. He should probably be thinking about grabbing his third. As I'm saying that, he does. That's funny. Let's see, and Habitat now has his Overlord positioned right over Breath's base here to spot that oh so crucial spot of the natural expansion, to see how far along that has been going for him. And he will see that it's pretty well saturated. Actually, in the last patch, Blizzard has upgraded the speed for the Overlords, which I think is pretty cool. Cybercore also going down now for Breath. Was that Wallen complete? It's not a complete Wallen, but you really can't run two Zerglings through there very effectively to get a good scout. They will die very, very quickly to probes. But Habitat's third almost done now. With two queens. Yes, sir. Probably should be getting out his third queen right about now at one of these two hatcheries, so that when this third base is done, you can have a queen for it, and also for that extra amount of defense just to block against any sort of early cheese. But I think that Habitat knows very well that Breath doesn't have anything on the way. This Zergling also over in Breath's third, to make sure Habitat knows when Breath is going to throw that one down. Roach Warren now complete for Habitat. Let's see if he goes his Ms. Math Roach build. Jab, one of our spectators, now slowing down the game. And all of our hatcheries seem to be rallied to this one central location. Let's just check and make sure. Yes, I do believe that is the same spot. Okay, and this one, yes, okay. And I really wish I had turned on my ultra level graphics so that we could see how pretty this light really looks with that ultra level detail settings. I'm only on high right now, sorry guys. But it seems that my GeForce GTX 560 Ti can only handle high details when everything is turned on. I mean, you know, especially when two such epically talented players are playing with such huge, massive armies. Breath now controlling this probe to see where it's going to go. Nope. He is not controlling it anymore, however. Third base now done for Habitat. Let's see if there's any other cool techs he's been working on. No, he doesn't even have his layer down yet. He should probably start his layer soon. Just now getting his second gas. Getting all of his gases now at his main and natural expansions, but he doesn't have any drones mining for him. He has a lot of minerals saved up for something. He should probably be producing a lot of units because Breath is warping in right outside of his base now. Gonna see how well this works for Breath. It looks like it's going to work out pretty well, even though Habitat does have a Spine Koala and a Queen, which Queen's also now able to launch projectiles at ground units, and he's just going to go ahead and sack his third base. Probably a wise choice considering what situation he's in. He has 6 roaches on the way now, spending probably all of the larvae that he thinks he has on roaches. 3 queens now, running out to do a suicide maneuver. Oh no, with these roaches spawning, now these queens can do work against these zealots. So these zealots will handily go down, but it'll lose a roach in the process. Didn't have to lose a roach. Very nice transfuse micro for that one queen. Now we should probably be looking for this pylon right here, but he's not going to. That Overlord now going down for Habitat. Breath is probably going to try and take his third here. Just going to wait until this goes down. Saving up quite a few minerals here. And tons of centuries, and yes, that third is going to go down. Habitat not working on the rocks yet, sending out a nice little Ling for scouting and getting that third base back up and running. Now with 5 roaches to go to the front gate. And plenty of energy in these queens to throw down some creep tumors. That's probably what I would want to do. Not save up the energy for transfuse. I would want to throw down a lot of creep tumors to spread that creep super duper fast, even though Protoss with their observers can take down creep mightily easily, too terribly easily, might I say, even though Terrans can get their ravens out too, and other Zerg players can also get out there. Overseers, but generally in Zerg versus Zerg you don't lay down creep farther than you're in between your bases anyway. And this third almost all the way done for Breath now. A little bit ahead of Habitat's third. That's very worrisome. Zerg player should be 1 base ahead of his opponent. And of course, both of you already knew that, in case you're watching. I know you guys like to watch my channel all the time because I'm so incredibly entertaining and provide such in-depth analysis. Hey, Breath, is that enough? I don't think that's enough cannons at your third base there. I really, really don't think so. And seriously, 16 centuries and 3 immortals. I think that's enough, and they're going to be able to make pretty good work of these roaches here. Because I think even their melee attack counts as... I don't know if their melee attack counts as melee damage. I would assume that their melee attack counts as ranged damage. Breath now starting to work on these rocks here outside of Habitat's third. He has absolutely no idea those are going down. And now these stalkers joining the fray, of course. That Queen didn't have a snowball's chance in hell, but all these roaches, well, they probably would have had a snowball's chance in hell before these force fields got laid down. Now they're just plain going to die. These roaches seem to want to suicide, or the drones seem to want to suicide as well, and the rest of the roaches now want to suicide, and Habitat calls GG. Alright, well that's game 1 for you guys. Hope you'd enjoy it. Hope you would enjoy it. Hope you did enjoy it. Gonna move on to game 2 now. Stick around.